Hey fellas, how's it going? It's your boy for Isaac. We may love Isaac, but do we love all of the Tainted characters? That's the question we're going to try and answer today, where I'll be ranking all of the Binding of Isaac Tainted characters by how fun they are to play. All these characters have more interesting gimmicks, items, and playstyles compared to the standard ones, so I think this will be pretty interesting. And just a quick disclaimer as usual, these are just my personal opinion, of course. Roast me in the comments if you disagree. Also, really quick before we begin, only 2.1% of my viewers are actually subscribed to the channel, so if you don't mind, hit the sub button real quick, you can always unsubscribe later. But, enough yapping, let's get right into the tier list. Alrighty, starting off with Tainted Apollyon. Tainted Apollyon is honestly such a cool character. You're gonna hear that a lot in this video, trust me. Abyss is such an interesting pocket active that stacks almost infinitely. I'm pretty sure the limit on Locust is 64. And even though some of the synergies are a little questionable, being able to spawn different kinds of locusts for different items is super fun and always leads to very memorable runs. So we're going to put Apollyon in always a fun time. Alrighty, now on to Tainted Azazel. Honestly, I like Tainted Azazel better than normal Azazel, even without the flight. The Hemoptysis plus the Brimstone combo is like really strong in the early floors, and you can absolutely wipe the floor of most of the early bosses. It's a really cool concept for a character that is awesome and fun every single time you play him, but like regular Azazel, he can fall off without good items. Still, in my opinion, you know, he's always fun, so that's where he's gonna go. Alright, now on to Tainted Bethany, one of my favorite Tainted characters, and I've barely played her, but her thing is that all items she picks up only give a portion of their full stats, but she has Lemegeton to help. Being able to just spawn items, especially in the current room's pool, like in a secret room, is really awesome. My only complaint is that she can only have soul and black hearts. Not being able to get red HP, as you guys know, can be a little detrimental. And she has blood charges, very similar to how standard Bethany has her soul charges. But all in all, such a fun character that works extremely well, so always fun works well for her. Now on to Tainted Blue Baby, another concept for a character that I think is just okay. Not being able to have bombs really sucks, but I mean, some of the poops you can get can definitely help in certain combat situations. The poison one is nice, fire is good. In terms of fun, he's just okay. I don't really dread playing him like I do standard Blue Baby, but he's just kind of somewhat forgettable in my opinion, so I'll put him in solid characters for now. Alright, next is Tainted Cain, and man, what a fumble from Standard Cain. Listen, I might catch some flack for this, but honestly, I hate Tainted Cain. I said it, I don't like it. Well, I think that crafting is a cool concept. I really just have never had fun playing Tainted Cain. Late game, for sure, you can get some absolutely crazy recipes that break the game. You know, Tainted Cain watching as I craft my 4th R key of the run. But he's just not really for me. I don't really enjoy him, so to be honest, I'm just there for the marks. Alrighty, up next is Tainted Eden. You already know I like gambling, right? And this character right here? So much fun. So, essentially, it's the random start from regular Eden, but every time you get hit, you D4 yourself. Every item you have rerolls to something else. Can it be detrimental sometimes? Absolutely. Is it hella fun? Yep. Tainted Eden goes in always a fun time, even though sometimes it can be a bit of a troll. Most of the time, it's pretty fun. Now moving on to Tainted Eve. This character is just not my favorite, really. There's not really much to say about her. The Cloths and Sumptorium can do cool things sometimes, but in my opinion, she's just a downgraded version of regular Eve. There's really not much else to say. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who really like this character, but just not for me. So here for the marks, I think works out best. Alrighty. Oh, we love Tainted Isaac here, fellas. If you guys have seen my rock bottom run, you know how absolutely busted he can be. Less room, sure, but you essentially see double the items you normally would, which always leads to crazy runs. I swear I have never had a bad time on him. Goated is where he deserves to be. Alrighty, now on to Tainted Jacob. Listen, alright, y'all hated on me for the Jacob and Asau placement on the last one. Here, though, I can say that we can at least move him one tier up, and I will tell you why. I like the whole Dark Asau chasing you thing. I think it's cool. He does a lot of damage when he charges, which is fun against bosses. Anima Sola is up pretty often, so it's manageable, but I mean, it's still Tainted Jacob. You're still having to run away from Dark Asau the whole time. So, I mean, I think this is... I can't put him any higher than this. Alrighty, moving on to Tainted Judas. Love this character. You know, Dark Arts is just the coolest pocket active item in the game, by far, like, bar none. What you can do with him just makes you feel so awesome, and you always have fun on Tainted Judas runs. Like, come on. Only thing is that health can become a very fast issue if you get too aggressive, but still, he's always a good time. So I think right behind Eden serves him the best for sure. Alrighty fellas, on to the Tainted Keeper, and just like my Tainted Isaac run, those of you that have seen that video know that this character is insane. Oh, we love Tainted Keeper here. He's just so much fun, my goodness. You have crazy shops, you get rich so fast. You start with quad shot, and he comes online so quickly. Like, it can be a little scary health-wise, you know, 2 hits and you're dead, but most of the time you're going to be able to get a lot of coins. There's certain items that just make him so easy. So, he always leads to go-to runs. I always have fun on Tainted Keeper, in my opinion. Alright, moving on to Tainted Lazarus. You know, I think he's probably the coolest concept for a character on this list. That, you know, again, it's just not for me. It feels a little bit like Jacob and Esau, where you're juggling playing 2 characters at the same time, but Flip definitely helps him out here. But if you're not paying attention, you will flip to the wrong version of yourself before a boss fight or something, or a big room, and you'll screw yourself over. He can be fun certain times, but it's just not often enough. He's not bad for sure, but he's just not for me, so I'm honestly just here for the marks. Alrighty, now on to Tainted Lilith. Man, she is a goated character on God. Such a cool concept. I love it. She's super strong throughout the game, especially in the beginning, having a spectral whip that shoots tears afterwards as well. There's just not much to say. Like, the whip damage alone would make her cool, but she also shoots the tears, and the familiars can come out of the whip as well. I love her. She's goated. It's just that simple. I think we're going to put her at the top of always a fun time. Alrighty, moving on to Tainted Magdalene. This character is also just not for me. I could see why you could like her, being very similar to Tainted Keeper, but instead, you know, the enemies just drop hearts. Her leaky containers make you stress sometimes, which, you know, can be fun, but like I said, I'm just not a Tainted Maggie enjoyer. However, I definitely enjoy her a lot more than Tainted Cain, Eve, Jacob, and Laz, so I think in solid is where she's gonna go. Alrighty, on to Tainted Samson. This character, maybe it's just me, but this character is slept on. Berserk mode, it just lets you clear out floors in seconds. You basically become the Forgotten on crack. He's just super fun to play. There's just not much else to say about him. You go around smacking the hell out of the floor with this giant-ass bone club. Also, if you haven't, go unlock Crane Game. It's too good, eh? Always a fun time. Now on to Tainted Forgotten. Man, people sleep on this character. I mean, myself included, but, like, have you ever seen anyone play this character at all? No, but Tainted Forgotten is honestly such a good time. It's a really cool gimmick that can do a lot of damage in the right circumstances, even if the synergies can be a little weird sometimes, but Tainted Forgotten honestly has really grown on me, so I'm going to put him at the top of solid characters. I think that makes the most sense for him. Actually, you know what? Is he always a fun time? Yeah, I'll put him at the very bottom. I'll put him at the very bottom of always a fun time. Alrighty, now on to the final character on this list, Tainted Lost. You already know that the Lost is my favorite character, and Tainted Lost comes in at a very close second. Yes, you only get 1 mantle, but getting better items is so much cooler, and playing him just feels good. Especially nabbing those crazy items on the first floor, which just seems to happen so often. And, you know, it's the same as the Lost. Devils are still insane for him. You can get holy cards if you're lucky. There's some items that are really good. And if you do manage to get Dead Cat via spin down, whew, man, your run is gonna be good. And no, I have never died to a spike chest as Tainted Lost before. You're just losing your mind. Goated run incoming for sure. Alrighty, and just like last time, let's make sure all these characters are where I want them. Now, when it comes to who's the most goated, I gotta go Tainted Lost. I have to, guys. He's so much fun. Tainted Isaac is definitely close second, and then Tainted Keeper and goated, that definitely makes sense. In always a fun time, the front is, for me, probably Tainted Lilith. I'd say Tainted Judas is probably next. And then I'd say, yeah, Azazel after Apollyon. Bethany, Eden, Samson, and Tainted Forgotten at the bottom there. That makes sense. I'd say I enjoy playing Maggie more than I do Tainted Blue Baby. And who is the worst here for me? I don't know. I'm gonna say Tainted Last. Again, just not a fan. Tainted Jacob is and I would honestly much rather play Tainted Eve. Actually, no, what am I saying? I hate Tainted Cain. Get down there. I think that's good. Alrighty, fellas, and that's it. That is all the characters of the Binding of Isaac ranked based on fun. I hope you guys really enjoyed this little 2-episode series. I really enjoyed making it for you guys. If you guys have any suggestions for any Isaac content you'd like to see on the channel, please let me know in the comments. I do read and respond to all of them. With that, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!